Next panel is Ora Ramey, Anna Ruth, Karen Miller, Diana Pyle, Christopher Keel. If I call your name, come on up here. Pat Johnson. They will be followed by the next panel, composed of Pamela Morgan, Cameo Williams, Noelle Dempsey, Sally Ann Henry, Kristen Ree, and Pamela Baggett. Ora Rainey. Ora Rainey. Ora Rainey here. If not, instead of wishing to provide oral testimony, we will change that into registering physician. Anna Ruth.
Me.
Good. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Anna Ruth. I am originally from Beaumont, Texas. I now live here in Austin. I represent myself and I oppose SB1. I oppose this bill because it is clearly an attempt to restrict access to abortion, and the proponents of this bill have not given us sufficient evidence that it will improve the health or the lives of women. I strongly oppose this bill because government intrusion into any of our reproductive options is unacceptable, whether this be forced abortion, forced birth, any forced choices by the state. SB1 would hurt women by reducing access to safe legal medical procedures. We know for a fact that women without access to legal abortions may perform them themselves, or they may seek termination of their pregnancies and other unsafe conditions. So as you're debating this bill, please remember that women's lives are hanging in the balance. I do support access to abortion because women are human beings. We deserve nothing less than freedom to make these difficult and very personal decisions ourselves. So I urge you, to please not support SB1, to think of ways we can decrease demand for abortion, like funding preventative health, comprehensive sex education. Please trust us, trust women. Thank you.
Thank you. Karen Miller. Karen Miller here. Karen Miller was opposed to the bill. We're going to change that from oral to registering a physician. Diana Pyle was in favor of the bill. We're changing that from oral to registering a physician. Christopher Keel.
Yes. Hi.
Go ahead.
Thank you for listening to all the testimony today. I appreciate that. My name is Christopher Keel. I live in Austin. I represent myself, and I oppose SB1. As many others have done today, I would like to speak for others. As a Southern white man, I would like to speak for all Southern white men. As a man baptized in the Catholic Church, I would like to speak for all Catholics. Finally, as a man married to a wonderful woman, I would like to speak for all women. Oh wait, that sounds bad, doesn't it? Because I don't have the right to speak for women, just like I don't have the right to speak for Catholics, just like I don't have the right to speak for all Southern white men, just like you don't have the right to speak for all the women of Texas, just like you don't have the right to make a woman's constitutionally granted choice for her by removing or limiting her access to the option you personally disagree with. I can only speak for myself. I can only state my opinion, which is that each and every woman in Texas should have the right to speak and the right to make their own medical decisions without justification, without explanation, and without shame. Please vote against SB1, and thank you for listening to women.
Thank you for being here. Pat Johnson?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Honorable committee members, thank you for allowing me to speak to you today. My name is Pat Johnson. I live in Fayetteville, Texas. I am in Senator Hager's district, but he is not representing my views. I am 62 years old and so thankfully not in need of making the hard decision of an abortion. I am here to show my opposition to this bill for the young women in Texas who I want to have the same opportunity of choice that I had 40 years ago, guaranteed to me by Roe versus Wade. I was grateful for this choice and in return have tried to live a productive and happy life. I have contributed to the lives of many children by teaching them the joys and wonders of art. The right of choice is a settled law, and Texas will be stepping back to the dark ages with the passing of SB1. This bill will eliminate affordable health care for many Texas women. These unnecessary regulations will narrow a woman's choice, a dangerous government intrusion in our most personal decision. I defer to Dr. Matthew Romberg's earlier statements of the day on the medical concern if this bill is passed. He is right. This is a decision to be made by a woman and her doctor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to this panel.